Hello there. So it's the next day because I went to sleep and I decided that I'm gonna record the next few videos in the morning. So let's open this up. Let me just save the link for my subscript for my description of the video later. And let's open here.
A mother and her baby are alone.
Shut up. Full screen. Go back to the beginning. Z. Now you should be seeing my screen. I'm just gonna check if that's the case. Alright, let's start with this.
A mother and her baby are alone at home
Bobby.
when something very unsettling is caught on camera.
Look! Dude, look at this disgusting mess of a place. How do you live in this place? Look at this. Look at that. Look at this. And this. And this here. And that. And this. How do you live in this place? This is so disgusting. Now I hate the organized stuff. If you look at my bedroom here, I have my books. The thing I'm most proud of, all of them organized, and my bed as well. It's a bit, it's not, let's say the sheets are not really straight, but I do what I can with the space I have. Then here, everything organized. My little office here, all organized. There's just one pen thrown around here, and the only mess place right there is just by my... I forgot the name again. The place where you store your clothes. I just forgot the word again. So right there is just one drawer that's like a real mess because I don't have space to store all those stuff. So there's like drugs, legal drugs, alright, for allergic rhinitis and that sort of stuff, together with papers, my wallet and all of that. So yeah, people should be more organized.
According to the mother, she has no words for this terrifying encounter. The mother writes, "I thought I was hearing things at first, but then my back door motion detector went off. That's when I knew it was real." She further adds that only she and her child live alone in this house, so whatever was caught on camera had to be someone or something else. If no other child lives here, then who or what was captured? This is what was caught.
I can't believe we forgot the closet again. The same thing happened last video. Bald head, big baby. Is her hair blue? Do you live alone in this place? Would you like some help cleaning everything out? I would gladly throw most of this crap to the garbage can.
Out of nowhere, a child's giggle is heard inside the house. But even more creepy is the fact that her baby was already looking at the direction from where the laugh had come from.
Rain.com.
Initially thinking it was just in her head, she turns away from the source of the voice, seeming less scared, when suddenly the sound of running footsteps is heard. It is at this point that she begins to realize that maybe someone or something is inside her house. It was only after the motion detector went off that she quickly fled away from the scene. As we already know, there shouldn't be another child in the home, yet a kid's voice is heard inside. The mom further mentions that she looked around the house as one of her thoughts was that a kid had broken into her home, but after searching all over the place, there was no trace of anyone there. Of course, it's not certain if a ghost or an entity was caught on camera,
Who knows? Who knows if it really is a ghost or not?
who or what was inside the house.
What? One more minute of this? Alright, I'm just skipping to the end. Don't care. Boring crap.
This next video was shot by someone who in the footage seems to be taking in the view of the river before them. All appears to be normal until the camera catches something from a distance.
This really could
Upon
be
zooming
Brazil.
in, it becomes apparent that whatever was caught on camera had most likely ruined the mood of the person recording.
Why?
Now there isn't that much info on the clip, but it still nonetheless speaks for itself. This is what was captured.
Domingo, curtindo uma cachoeira em Lique.
Yep, it's in Brazil.
Repare no visual, na mata. Agora o melhor de tudo. Essa aqui é a verdade.
Waterfalls.
Muita água. Muita força. Uhul! Ih, caraca! Tem uma coisa ali. Caraca, apareceu um cara ali no meio da água. Mozinho! Mozinho, você viu o cara no meio da água? Caraca! Ali, mozinho!
Not too far from the camera, there appears to be someone or something bathing in the roaring rapids of the river. After being splashed by countless river waves, the figure all of a sudden vanishes. It's as though the waves had washed away the shadowy form, but then suddenly, it comes back for a split second before being taken away by the river. Now, even if we don't know what the person behind the camera is saying, we can hear it in their voice how baffled they are by the strange figure in the distance.
I do know what she's saying because we speak the same language.
Whoever, or whatever this is, has yet to be
And she's not scared, she's just like, hey look, there's someone in the water.
known.
She's not
But
scared.
I'll leave it to you to decide as to whether or not it's something paranormal. Unfortunately, the lack of info on this video makes it likely that we'll never know for sure.
Isn't that the case for every single video we watch here?
A mountain climber from Mexico shares a chilling photo
Mexico.
from his trip to the
Ariete
mountains.
fumador.
It was during a podcast that Jesus Olivares shared the image and recounted the story behind it. Doubtless, the picture is pretty creepy to say the least. In 2009, Olivares and a group of friends had traveled to one of the highest mountains in Mexico. The mountain is known as Pico de Orizaba, which has an elevation so high above sea level that it's nearly impossible to climb without an oxygen supply. Many believe that the mountain is uninhabitable for this reason, and therefore lacks civilization. However, many climbers have reported seeing silhouettes of people and other strange shadow-like figures when going up the mountain. While some think that this might have been other climbers in the area, many believe that this might have been the spirits of deceased individuals who tragically died during their climb. Now, Olivares admits to having seen things he couldn't explain. Perhaps this might have been the altitude sickness kicking in, as low levels of oxygen can cause people to hallucinate. But Olivares is certain that what he saw wasn't him just seeing things, but in fact, something real. And to prove it, he has a photo. In a podcast, Olivares claims to have seen shadows and heard distant voices while he and his friends ascended the mountain. These occurrences would come and go, but eventually stop at a certain point. They would continue climbing, feeling less spooked, before later stopping to take photos. Now, lots were taken, but one in particular would catch people's attention. After the trip was over, Olivares posted the pics on his social media and called it a day. But then, the day after, a strange comment was made below one of his photos, which read, "Nice pic, but who's the kid in the background?" Confused by the comment,
Nice
Olivares
dick,
in
bro.
response asked,
Get
"What
sucked
kid?"
into a void.
To which they replied, "The kid in the corner, who is that?" Olivares takes a closer look at the photo. He immediately got goosebumps. Olivares assures us that he and his friends, all adults, were the only ones present at the site. Initially thinking that it was just a rock, he shrugged it off as a case of pareidolia, but upon closer examination,
that's not a rock.
there is clearly a child's face. It doesn't make any sense that someone, let alone a
How do you know
child,
it's a
would be this
child?
high up in the mountain by themselves.
How do you know it's
Only
a
explanation
child?
he can think of is that this was a paranormal incident. But of course, it is solely a theory among
How
many
do you
others
know
who've seen the
that's
picture.
a child?
The photo continues to haunt.
Look, it could be... If you chop off the lower half of his face, he would look like a child. This could be just as much as an adult as this guy is. How can you be sure that's a child? I think it was just one of their friends, and they're like, "Oh, it's spooky ghost, we're gonna get a lot of attention if we make this scary picture," and act like we didn't see anything before posting the picture. Like, how couldn't you see this? Really? I think this is obviously fake.
Him to this
It's one
day,
of their friends,
even though
they
it was
just want
taken
some
back in
attention.
2009, and the lack of an explanation reassures him that
They
something
just want some
paranormal occurred.
attention.
But as always, what do you think?
In a
Did
really
Olivares
stupid
capture something
way.
paranormal? Or might there be a rational explanation for
Olivares.
this?
Yes,
Feel
I
free to let
just
me know what you
gave
think down
one.
below. If you caught something creepy on camera, or
Sure.
let's get back to the video. In it, Aaron's friend can be seen sleeping inside their bedroom when something downright terrifying is captured. It's close to midnight when the following happens. This is what was caught.
Is this the clip from the thumbnail? I think it is. Is she gonna become like a monster or something? Yeah.
What better way to induce insomnia than by watching a video like this? Now, it's worth mentioning that this same video can be found on TikTok. However, the context given for that video is different from the one that was sent to me. Aaron states that his friend has no recollection of ever doing this in their sleep, whereas the one on TikTok states that they were fully conscious when they did this. Whether conscious or not, the imagery of this video is still nonetheless pretty disturbing. Real or not, this here is a great source of nightmare fuel.
Doesn't she look like Angela from The
disturbing.
Office?
Real or not,
She
this
looks like
here is
Angela
a great source of
from The
nightmare fuel.
Office. Look.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Until next time.
Alright, you're seeing my screen. You're not seeing my screen anymore. That last one, I think it was really scary, but at the same time, not really, because that woman looked like Angela from The Office, so yeah, not scary. 20 minutes. Until the next video, hope you enjoyed this. Goodbye.